Welcome back to the Ballarat Minor Dome for the second half of our NBL1 doubleheader between the home side Ballarat Miners and the visiting Waverley Falcons. I'm back here again with Travis Hewish. Travis, welcome again.
G'day.
So, the Falcons coming in here, 9th place on the NBL1 ladder, 8 and 8, fighting for their playoff lives. Generally, they'd come in and go, oh, we're playing the top team, playing them on their court. This is going to be a tough one, but this is not the Ballarat team that we're used to. Ballarat are extremely short-handed tonight, Trav.
Yeah, well, it's an interesting call you make there. I think Waverley are a legitimately good team.
Oh,
they've got a good list. They've got some very good players. That McGorty is he's a star of our league, and they can match up even with a full list of the Ballarat Miners. So it would have been an interesting game with a full list, and it's still going to be. I think there's a different story to being told by the Ballarat Miners tonight, is something that we've questioned throughout the entire year is their depth and what their depth looks like. And with Fox away for his national duties for Fiji, so good luck and fantastic job by him at the moment.
Yeah, into the final four, I believe.
Yeah, and he's been playing well, but so that gives Lingard an opportunity to get some legitimate big minutes. It gives an opportunity for Dunmore or Fisher to play with Ross Waitman away with the uni team. So, and Coleman obviously injured still. The story tonight is a completely different story of what's that depth really like for the Ballarat Miners 2 games leading into the playoffs.
I spoke to Marquise before the game, Trav, and he did say if this was a final, he'd be out there, but with Ballarat having sewn up top spot, you don't want to push those lower leg injuries more than you have to.
No. I mean, and they reckon he would have been able to play last week too. They were just playing extra cautious. So, and the week before that against Diamond Valley. So, just the extra caution that's in the wind leading into games where, these are not the important ones for them. But form is always a good omen going into playoffs, and you want to have the form, even if you are losing, lose with good form.
Absolutely. So you mentioned that Jordan Lingard, the Colac boy, he gets the start for Ballarat skipper Josh Fox. Aside from that, it's their usual 5 of Quiney, Akuth, Jerry Evans Jr. and Sam Short at the 1. For Waverley, Dean Neville in the middle, Benny Lewis, Michael Harper, very, very good player in Dylan Travis. And the man you mentioned right at the top, DeAndre McWhorter, his matchup with Jerry Evans Jr. tonight, Trav, that is a matchup I am very, very much looking forward to. And Ballarat with the ball to take us away here. Sam Short, a big game needed from him tonight. Here's Akuth. Oh, lost the ball. And Michael Harper strolls in for 2 to get us underway.
Yeah, poor offensive end, just trying to find their feet, I think. It was the ball movement was lacking. There's no sort of definitive movement.
Here we see Akuth against McWhorter. A lovely up fake. Can't make the 2. It got McWhorter in the air, did Deng Akuth, and he'll earn himself a trip to the free throw line.
I love me a shot fake, head fake, pass fake. Give me a fake any day. I love me one. And when you got someone like McWhorter who wants to block your shot and get up there and throw it up there, throw your fakes and really sell them.
Yeah,
get him up in the air.
That's it. Pick a foul up early, pick a second up early. Even if you don't pick up those early fouls, you at least make him think about jumping early. Get yourself some easy shots as Deng Akuth makes 1 of 2. And Dylan Travis across to Neville. Benny Lewis III. And now down to McWhorter. Here we are again. That's good defense from Quiney. Makes Travis kick that ball around. Somehow Waverley keep it. With a second on the shot clock, Travis can't hit the mid-range. Sam Short over to Akuth. Now Jerry Evans on the ball. Akuth pulls up. Nice little jump shot from the big man. That's an early 3-2 lead to the Miners around a minute and a half into the game.
You can see Waverley have tried to match up with the length and height and speed and agility that the Miners have by bringing on Dean Lewis. Dean Neville.
Dean Neville, yep. Here he is now. As Akuth blocks the shot. He's everywhere to start with, Deng Akuth. There's Lingard starting in place of Ballarat skipper Josh Fox. And he drives base. He's got nowhere to go. Dylan Travis just couldn't corral that ball. Ballarat keep it, 11 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, Kawani should have made that a bounce pass. He was double teamed with the arms high. He tried to pass it through the arms. Lingard was there for a nice little bounce pass.
Short catch and shoot from 18 feet, drops that one. His first basket of the evening.
Just a lesson there, Shorty, just shown everybody with it's simple how to come off a screen. Just fake one way with one little jab step. Get your nose over your toes and then come back through. Open up for a mid-range job.
Skip past to Harper, who blocks by maybe Akuth there. McWhorter climbs to clean up his own miss. That ball comes off Jordan Lingard.
He's a big boy. He's got big hips.
Yeah, he's strong. He's an athlete. Devastating athlete, DeAndre McWhorter. Here he is now against Akuth. Pulls up in the mid-range. Drops the two. First bucket for the evening for the third leading scorer in NBL1 this season. Jerry Evans had a height advantage on Harper there. And short. Oh, Lingard wide open.
Loves that three.
Yeah. McWhorter, whoa. Got up and just pulled Akuth out of the way. Lingard climbs for the rebound at the other end. There's Jerry Evans Jr. Loves to set up on that right, come left. It's a strong drive. Good defense from Dean Neville. Oh, McWhorter, that's wide open. And Harper, good three-point shooter, around 33% on the season. This is that one. Evans finds Akuth again. That little pull-up Jake doesn't drop. Harper gets another one. Oh, that's well short. Short. Oh, McWhorter just lets Sam Short go past him. Short takes the contact from Neville and somehow forces the ball home. A little bit of lazy defense at midcourt from McWhorter. Just let Sam Short go past him.
Yeah, it was pretty lazy on all fronts there. Neville with a very odd play at the ball there. He got caught in behind Lingard, tried to play over the top of him, and just a really poor foul to allow Short to get the old-fashioned three-point play.
Short is short on the free throw. And that's an outstanding drive from Dylan Travis.
Yeah, Fisher really needed to step up and put his body on the line there. That'd play extra minutes for Joyce if he had done that there. Instead, he just lets him go past. He needed to see that Shorty didn't have good position. He was playing just slightly behind him, and when you've got shoulders past, someone has to step up. Yeah, Travis just went to the lane. There's unacceptable transition defense.
Just a little airy swipe at the ball there. Unless you get it clean, it's always a foul.
And there are little moments that players like Fisher, to get playoff minutes, needs to do.
Oh, Lingard. Travis got in there behind him and stripped that ball away. Here's the veteran, Benny Lewis. Son of a gun. Grandfather of a gun. Grandson of a gun, I should say.
Hey,
Lingard.
I'm a bit shocked if he's a grandfather at 32.
Here's Lewis. Hits the three. Not a high percentage shooter from deep, Benny Lewis, but still a man you have to respect. Of course, former NBL champion with the Melbourne Tigers. Here's a three-point shooter you have to respect, and Tristan Fisher, use the old John Casey line, does a lap of honour.
Shoots a really good high percentage from those corner threes. You can't leave him open. You've got to know this. Got to know your scout. Get out to him.
McWhorter against Akuth. Looks to face. Takes a nice little screen there, but can't hit the shot off the window. I think Akuth his third rebound.
Waverley falling into a bit of a zone here.
Here's Fisher from the other corner. They close him better this time. Shoots a really off-balance floater. Doesn't get the drop.
Off balance because I reckon he got body checked there.
Dylan Travis again, looking to create something. Lewis drives on Fisher. Good defense, Tristan Fisher. Draws the foul. Danny Lewis not happy about it. Tristan Fisher flopped there.
Here's what I was saying at the end of the last game, Jared. Now that situation there, offensively, Benny Lewis is playing. He's dropped the shoulder a little bit. Well in his rights to drop the shoulder. He was kept in his cylinder. Contact goes through the chest from his armbar and his shoulder, and he calls a charge. Now, if that was the last minute, that doesn't get called, but it got called there.
That's a really good example. Oh, offensive foul he called on Denga Kuth on the screen. It's around 4 minutes, a little over 4 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. We're tied at 10.
It's an odd foul to give up by Kuth. I mean, the guy's coming from, he's swinging through under the basket from the opposite side of the floor. Really, he just needs to stand still. I mean, it's the responsibility of the cutter to use him as a screen, than him having to step into it.
Here's McWhorter. Drives strong on a Kuth. Too big through the shoulders there. Kuth couldn't get up to try and deter that shot.
It's going to be a good matchup, eh? It's length and agility and athleticism against just brute force.
Oh, perhaps a little spooked by McWhorter then. Just rushed that turnaround. Left it well short. Lewis
feeling
in rhythm. Oh, did everything but drop. And Harper with the rebound. Here's Lewis again against Jerry Evans.
Good body by Jeremy Evans.
A good read by Sam Short. Doesn't quite get that steal. Harper with 3 on the shot clock. Oh!
Now, if he had to come to a jump stop, that wouldn't have been a travel.
That's right.
But because he came to a stride stop off a step, and the dribble wasn't the same time as the step, it's a travel.
Yeah, correct call. Jerry Evans Jr. with his hair out this evening. Usually has it tied back. Short over the top. Akuth with the dunk. Mismatch there. Dylan Travis giving up the lazy 25 centimetres.
Yeah, and I'd switch McCourty and Dylan Travis onto with the Akuth and Short.
McWhorter able to answer with the layup.
Sorry, that was
other
Harper.
end. Oh, another steal by Travis.
He's leading the league in steals, isn't he? It's pretty close to it. Oh, no.
Second in the league, according to what I've got here, is Jerry Evans Jr. 2 from the top of the key. And it's Waverley that lead by 2, 16-14. A little bit under 2.5 minutes to go in the first period.
Yeah, second in the league for steals, and that goes to show why. He's got really quick hands, great IQ defensively to pick that pass off.
Kicks to McWhorter, that 3 short. Danny Lewis over the top, knocks the ball out, and that'll be Ballarat ball. So we see Big Dean Neville check out. Tim Leasting checking in for him. 21 years old, the skipper of this Waverley Falcons side. Young man to be given the responsibility. Just goes trapped aggressively.
Just goes to show age and experience, and the amount of minutes on the court doesn't always give you leadership skills.
No, it doesn't. Fisher rattles that home. Good ball movement from Ballarat.
Nice finish.
A series of solid closeouts from Waverley, but Ballarat stayed patient, got the shot they needed. 5 points for Fisher. 1.5 to go here in the first quarter. Skip pass to Benny Lewis. He drives in short. Lovely footwork. Great finish, Benny Lewis.
That's over a long, very high IQ defensive guy in Sam Shaw. That was wonderful defense, just better offense.
He kissed it off the window very well. Fisher looked to step into the 3. Here, now he's open. Tristan Fisher. Can't hit, but dang it, Kuth! Rebound in the putback jam.
Yeah, that inside cut from Akuth off that high screen on the ball reversal is as good as a post entry feed in a zone, even with a long ball shot.
And Lewis from deep leaves that well short. Sam Short can only succeed in tapping it to Dylan Travis. And he's fouled.
He rebounds well for a point guard, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Around 6.5 a game for Dylan Travis, 18 points.
That's his fifth. That's his fifth already.
Fifth so far. You mentioned the steals. He's already got 2 steals today. Sam Short takes a seat for Ballarat. The sharp shooting Zach Dunmore into the game. 47 seconds to go, tied at 18.
Yeah, these are the moments where it's interesting to see the way the Miners will play when they don't have Coleman to come in as sort of that backup PG. Who plays that role? I would say Kawani's going to play the point guard, but these are those moments and lineups that they can sort of play and tinker with that may just happen in the playoffs.
Now we see early minutes for youngster Amos Brooks stepping in for Akuth.
Always sort of gets that last couple of minutes of the first quarter sub. That's
usually Lingard's spot in the rotation, but with Fox away, everyone steps up one.
Amos has got the body for McGordy.
Oh, Kwani and Tristan Fisher just not on the same wavelength there.
Yeah, he didn't even look. Kwani just sort of ran off and just kept his back to it.
Wondered where the ball went. Hendrickson here into the game for Waverley. McWhorter drives on Brooks. He's too big and strong. Takes the foul from the young Ballarat centre. Drops the 2 and he'll go to the line for one more.
Yeah, well, he's too big and strong. That was pretty much an open layup, and Amos didn't really body him at all.
He's not a small man, young Amos Brooks, but
he really needs to chest blast that, really put the pressure on it, and force that to be a really tough shot, even if he's trying to shoot that from behind the backboard. If he gets beaten because it's a quick footwork, then so be it, that's going to happen, but you can't just allow sort of a free-range open layup like that. And I like the matchup. I think Brooks and McCourty's a really good matchup for the Miners.
9 points from McWhorter as he takes a breather to finish the quarter. And Neville checking back in. As he suggested here, Trav, Kwani to run the point with Short out of the game.
Come on, guys, get behind the Miners. Your foul.
As Kwani drives. Dean Neville stayed with the play, didn't take the fake. Blocks that shot. Deng Chan can't quite get it up in time. But that does us for one quarter here at the Dome. And the Falcons have come in and taken a 5-point lead, 23 to 18.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our game day partner, Thrifty.
DeAndre McWhorter, as we said earlier, he's going to be a tough man to keep off the boards and off and away from the basket today with Josh Fox not with the team. He's got 9 points early. Dylan Travis, 7 points, 5 rebounds for him early in this game. Akuth, good start for him, 7 points. They need a pretty big game from the big man in the middle. There's a shortage of Ballarat bigs today. They're not deep in the big man rotation in any case, but as we mentioned with Fox away, a lot of responsibility falling to Deng Akuth. Averaging 10 and just about 9 rebounds on the year. Started with 7 and 4. Good start for him.
Yeah, I reckon Joyce is going to go into this timeout and say, look after the pill. 5 turnovers in that quarter and resulting in 8 points off those turnovers. And that's the lead there. I mean, they're down by 5 because they just haven't been able to look after the rock well enough. As good as they've shot the ball, they shoot at 53%. That's 8 for 15. It's an unbelievably good quarter for shooting from field goal. Just those turnovers is just unacceptable, and also the allowing of 4 offensive rebounds. Those turnovers were mostly have come from 3 steals too. So that's something to look at as well. Is they have had 5 turnovers, but 3 of them are steals. 2 of them were to Travis from high passes where they end up just being a dunk at the other end. So you really got to manage that pass better and be aware of who's on you and know what Travis is like.
Waverley out there and keen, ready to go. So we wait for the Miners to take the court for quarter number 2. Yeah, flowing on from what you mentioned, Travis, 7 fast break points already. 12 points from turnovers for the Falcons. It's
essentially that's a bucket from every turnover.
Yeah, they've made Ballarat pay for their lack of responsibility with the ball. And here's Neville. Benny Lewis. Gary Evans chases him around the screen. Ben Chan looks to create. Finds Leasting.
That is a perfect scout for offense, for off-ball movement and a way to use screens. That was a wonderful set drawn out of that quarter time.
You see another steal. It's Dean Neville, quick hands on Sam Short. And Fredrickson, quick drive, kicks it back out, and Waverley will start again. Again, excellent ball movement, wonderful ball movement. Oh, Dean Neville tips the ball in.
How's that for offense? That's 2 amazingly good offense. Those 2 offensive sets just need to be slow-mo and show to every team.
Quiney, a big bucket for Ballarat. The lead had stretched out to double figures.
On the back of a 10-0 run, that stops.
Brings it back to 7, 28-21, Waverley's way. Oh, Dangakuth fell back from Leasting there. Can't make the shot though. Sam Short. Not really making much happen here, but Evans finds Quiney. That's long from the corner. Gary Evans Jr. fights for the rebound, drops in the 2, and he'll shoot a bonus.
Great stuff from Jerry Evans Jr.
Pure effort there from Jerry Evans, and needed for Ballarat.
And they really needed it. They were a bit lost on that offense. Kawani has to throw up a pretty poor shot. He ends up airball and it falls in the hands of Evans, and they just needed something like that, just an easy bucket. Just a way to stop the game, slow it down, get Joyce to call out a couple of plays and get a sub in.
McWhorter cleans up the missed free throw. He's back into the game for Neville. Benny Lewis directing traffic here. Ben Chan up fake. Ooh, almost travelled there. Fredrickson wide open, shoots over Akuth.
How's the arc he had to put on that shot? He made that rain. He had to get that up and over Akuth.
It's a pretty impressive standing reach that Dangakuth has. A lovely shot by Cody Fredrickson. We see Short, early pick from Akuth. Oh, Dunmore looks to answer and does so. That's what Dunmore's in there to do.
Yeah, he had a game where he hit 8 threes in a game on a Sunday against Nunawading, I think it was.
Yeah, early in the season.
Yep. He can shoot the pill. I mean,
developing all-round game, but he's already an excellent shot. Another possible travel on Chan.
No, definitely not a travel. Close. It looks like a travel, but it's not.
Lewis clanks that one off the backboard. But another offensive rebound. 5th offensive rebound on the evening for the Falcons. McWhorter pulls up. Dangakuth! There's that standing reach, gets the block.
Yeah, McWhorter's got a smile on his face. You're going to shoot a 3 from there. You've got to make it rain like Fredrickson did before.
There's Quiney, he'll shoot 2. He can't quite drop the layup, but he draws the foul. On Benny Lewis. He'll take a seat along with Fredrickson. Chris Arkell in for his first minutes. Dylan Travis back into the game. Quiney to the free throw line. Drops the first. Stand-in skipper for the Miners tonight with Josh Fox on Fijian duty at the Pacific Games. Along with the second McWhorter. Climbs to the rebound at least and just reels that in.
Miners go into a bit of a 1-2-2, sort of 3-3-2 zone.
Bit of a trapping zone there. McWhorter just too big.
It's the one thing, I mean, he's huge and he's an athlete and he's got serious skill. It's the one thing that the only way you can sort of beat Dengakuth is by playing at his body.
Absolutely.
It's the only way you're going to beat him. Otherwise, he's going to block your shot. He's going to be there. He's going to deter you from shooting that.
Oh, Arkell in rhythm. Drains the three.
Yeah, they've been hot. They've been hot this quarter from three.
Lovely little pass from Travis to set him up. Short. Finds Quiney, who looks to answer. Can't do so. But Dunmore gets things reset for the Miners. Jerry Evans, he looks to answer. And that's long as well. Another rebound from McWhorter, 5th on the evening. On McWhorter. Oh, good handles, but Quiney got the hand in. Knocked it down off DeAndre McWhorter's leg. So we see a timeout here called by Coach Joyce. And his Miners trail 27-36. 5 minutes 40 to go in the first half here. McWhorter coming on strong now. 11-5 for him so far in the evening. And Dylan Travis, 7 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, 2 steals. Been the standout performance for Waverley. And it's been Dengakuth who's really been the leading light for Ballarat here, Trav. 7 points, 5 boards. And I think he's only got 1 block shot officially listed. I think he's had a second early in the game, as well as the one where he's blocked McWhorter's 3. So unlucky to perhaps not have a second there. But really, there hasn't been a lot of other standout performances so far for the Miners.
No, I mean, and they've only put up 8 points this quarter, or 9 points. My apologies. So they're just finding it tough to make buckets. But this zone by the Waverley Falcons has been fantastic. It's long, it's stretched, it's active. Hands are up, they're putting in the passing lanes, and they're deterring the Miners from getting the ball inside. And the best way to break a zone down is to get the ball inside. They've not been able to do that, and Ballarat have had to shoot threes. I mean, they've put up 6 threes for their shots this quarter.
Zach Dunmore back into the game. Giving Jerry Evans Jr. a break. Quiney comes around a thicket of screens. Dunmore almost loses the ball there. Quiney.
He was just a truck there. Kawani just lost control.
Yeah, he didn't quite know what he wanted to do. Even if the charge wasn't called, he'd thrown the ball away. Not a good set there for the Miners.
Yeah, really you need to play off 2 feet there. You take that penetration, the guy steps up to you, play off 2 feet. So if he had it played off 2 feet on his left, he had a wide open Akuth because McCourty come up to him.
Here's McWhorter. Dylan Travis. Down low to Harper. Travis pulls back on Quiney. Oh, the 3 rattles in, rattles out. And Akuth with the rebound. Hands again, Dylan Travis getting in the way of everything on defense. Oh, and Dunmore throws it to where Sam Short wasn't.
Into the game for the first time tonight, gives a big monotone welcome. It's Blake Allison.
Another youngster getting some early minutes here, Blake Allison, who'll run the point while he's out there.
How good's this, though? He gets his first minutes a couple of weeks ago against Diamond Valley in the last minute of the game, and he's coming in with 4 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Got a good player to match up against, and Dylan Travis too. Dunmore holds up Leasting, then gets the hands in on McWhorter. Finishes with the left.
He's got some beautiful touch around the rim. That was a really nice move. And it's so hard to finish around a 10-footer, basically, when he puts his arms up in the Akuth.
And an improvised move as well.
And he just finishes it with a nice little left rim off the top and front.
Awesome. Now Akuth. Nice little floater there. Dylan Travis not happy. Akuth He's up to 9 points now. Brings the lead back into single figures. 38-29, Waverley's way. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. There's McWhorter again. Lingard played him straight up, but he's just too strong, DeAndre McWhorter.
And he flexed the muscles and tells you all about it. So he should. That was a wonderful move.
Here's Allison. Blake Allison drives. Oh, gets hit as he shoots the floater. Tim Leasting questions the call, but accepts it in the end.
But what's the key to that offensive play, Joe? Like, have a look at what he did and where did he get to?
Yeah, he had to get the ball inside. He had to take it himself.
Yeah, there was three ball reversals there. Blake Allison gets us on the foul line extended. It forces the zone to close him out. He just goes bullet at a gate and tries to get to the paint. He gets to the paint and we're shooting free throws. That's what Ballarat's not been able to do today so far. This zone has really, really deterred them. As good as the shooters that the Ballarat are, you've had on the floor, you have to get the ball inside to play in a zone.
And they're missing a very, very good target in the post, both high and low, in Josh Fox. And a lightning quick first step of Marquise Coleman, two people that can help break down that zone. But Ballarat's going to have to improvise. Benny Lewis over to Travis. Oh, that's really, really good defense from Sam Short.
I just love watching his IQ. He's so smart.
Fisher finds a Kuth. The jumper's been hot tonight for Dan Kuth. Up to 11 for the big man. Michael Harper over to Dylan Travis. Short on him again. Will he look to take him again? He does. Short, a little bit of a hip check. Dang, Akuth with the block on Arkell. And Sam Short to Akuth, rewards his big man. You run the floor hard, you get the reward. Dang, Akuth for two, gets the foul, and he'll shoot another free throw.
Mate, 100% of the time you must pass the ball to your big man who rim runs and gets in front of you. 100% of the time you must pass that ball. And he's done that. I don't care whether he misses it, whether he fumbles it, I don't care. 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, I'll give him some lay. He's going to make that layup.
You've got to feed the big guy.
You've got to feed your big guy who runs the lane. Well done, Sam Short.
Well, Allison almost at the steal there. 14 on the shot clock. All right, have slowed Waverley down on this possession. On Travis, Blake Allison guarding him. Travis McWhorter closed by Lingard.
Good help by Lingard to get over to Travis.
Very good help. But he's out of position for the rebound though. Dang it, Kuth. I'm not sure he blocked it, but he certainly did enough to disrupt that shot. Got a 5-point ball game here, 2 minutes to go, 35-40. Ballarat Miners trailing the Waverley Falcons.
It's an interesting lineup here by the Miners.
Throws it away. Benny Lewis read that a mile out. Shovel pass to Dylan Travis.
And it goes to show just there by Sam Short's bad pass. It's an interesting lineup here. You've got Fisher, Lingard, Allison, all on the floor at the moment with Akuth and Short. It's a
lovely little leaner by Tristan Fisher.
In all honesty, Fisher's probably the best offensive player. He's probably the only one here that's going to be able to get his own shot like that.
Oh, Chris Arkell, great follow. Pushes the lead back out to 7. Fisher launches the 3. It's well off. It's a heat check. Benny Lewis the other way. Arkell steps into another 3. Can't make this one.
And timeout called by Coach Brett Joyce.
And the Miners, another timeout, 1 minute and 9 to go here in quarter number 2.
Yeah, a bit of a tide stemmer there by Joyce, I think.
Yeah, there's been a few open shots here for Waverley that just haven't dropped, so I want to tighten up that defense before Waverley get their eye in.
I got an interesting stat for you. 2 different tales of the game. Ballarat shooting 56% on 9 turnovers, and they're the ones down by 7. Well, how often do you see a team who shoots at 56% behind?
And comfortably behind as well. As we pointed out at the quarter time break, Trav. It seems every time there's been a turnover, Waverley have made them pay. They've made them count. Saw it a few minutes ago with Sam Short's cross-court pass picked off by Lewis. 3-on-1 fast break the other way, and the only result was going to be a basket for the Waverley Falcons.
Yeah, 20 of the points from tonight's turnovers, of the 9 turnovers, have resulted in points.
Yeah, 20 points from 9 turnovers.
Yeah, you said that better than I did, sorry.
That's English.
I'm a primary teacher. I'm setting up our next generation.
The children are our future.
But, in all seriousness, 9 turnovers, 20 points of 44. That's definitely what Joyce is going to go into half-time and call out.
So 2-point guard look here for Ballarat again with Short and Allison. Here's Short for 3. Lingard, offensive rebound, gets the foul of Chris Arkell and drops it in for 2. They're the sort of hustle plays that Jordan Lingard's in there for.
Yeah, I much prefer this lineup by Ballarat. At least you have to have one of Evans and Kwani on the floor at any time. You cannot have both of them come off at the same time. It's a much different lineup. It creates, you can see by what Waverley had to do there. Evans went straight inside. They had to collapse in the keyway, which allows that to open up.
Lewis knocks the ball off the rim. The quarter. Oh, lovely pass back out to Benny Lewis from Travis. Dylan Travis steps past Lingard, leaves the elbow J short.
That doesn't go down, but the unselfishness of this Waverley team has just been fantastic. Really enjoyed the way they're looking for extra passes and better shots.
And there's been 2 or 3 extra passes on a lot of those possessions too. Allison double clutch on the jumper and
just not shooting that with confidence.
Long.
Just not shooting that with confidence. And that comes for a guy who's really getting his first minutes in a game.
The shot clock is off, 15 to go in the second quarter. Benny Lewis, Jordan Lingard on him, looking to get the switch on the Couth, and he's got it. The quarter free throw line jumper with half of Ballarat on him. Can't make it. A Couth with the rebound.
Huge quarter for the Miners.
6th rebound for him on the night, and we're through the first half here at the Dome.
39-44.
And the Waverley Falcons have travelled up the Western Highway, and they lead at halftime 44-39. And we mentioned it at the start, especially without Josh Fox here. McWhorter was going to be a dangerous, dangerous man for Waverley. 15 points, 7 rebounds at the half. He's been the man who's really been the difference in the game. As much as there's been some good players on both sides, he's been that one player that Ballarat haven't been able to counter.
Oh yeah, he's been fantastic, but he's in beast mode at the moment. He's just playing to his strengths. He's not trying to do too much. He's just playing to what he can do. He threw up a 3, ill-advised 3 there, but everything else has been in and around the rim and from the foul line. He's as I said, he's just playing to his strengths and just doing what he needs to do. But I mean, the story is they've scored almost half their points from Ballarat's turnovers. 9 turnovers. Waverley have 5 steals.
Dinga Couth leading the way for Ballarat, 13 points, 7 boards, an assist and a block. Tristan Fisher, some early offense from him. He's got 7 points. Jordan Lingard, solid effort into the starting lineup tonight. He's got 6 rebounds. We mentioned McWhorter, 15 and 7. Dylan Travis, 9 points, 5 boards, all in the first quarter, 2 assists, 2 steals. And Benny Lewis, 5 points, 3 boards, 2 assists. The standard all-rounded sort of game from Benny Lewis III. We're at half-time here at the Minor Dome. Travis and I will take a short break and we'll be back in around 10 minutes. Welcome back to the Ballarat Minor Dome. We're at half-time of our NBL1 match between the Waverley Falcons and Ballarat Miners. And it's Waverley leading 44-39. I'm here with Travis Hewish. Travis, we spoke about the first half, and DeAndre McWhorter was the difference.
Yeah, he was fantastic. Just in beast mode, as we said before. He's just big, strong, blessed with a huge frame and good skill and good touch around the rim, and just doesn't try to do too much, which sometimes you find in some of the imports that come and watch. He's just playing to his game, and that's why he's doing what he does in the league.
Yeah, third in the league in scoring, ninth in rebounds. Hits the three at a very tidy clip. Doesn't shoot a lot of them, but hitting it close enough to 50%. He's been the difference so far, 15 and 7 for the big American.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the coaching that's happened over the halftime and the message that's been coming through. I think Joyce is going to say, run some damn offense, get through it, get the ball through hands, move the ball around, and protect the pill. I mean, it's been hard enough. Opportunities tonight has been hard for him, and they just need to protect the pill. They can't have another half of 9 turnovers. And I gave unacceptable ratios.
Point's still proven though, isn't it? Waverley have made Ballarat pay. Do you think Coach Joyce would have said damn?
No, I think he would have said a lot worse.
Jerry Evans Jr. Haven't really seen him get going yet. Only 4 points for the man out of Arizona. Kuth, elbow jumper. His jumper has been sweet today. A couple of early dunks, but everything else has been floaters and jump shots for him. He's
good job.
Well.
Shout out to the ref for the NBL1 signs. I mean, he's protecting the league there. Shout out to the ref.
Got to look after your brand.
I noticed just before, Jared, that the refs are even wearing Indigenous uniforms with the little orange basketball strip on the front of their uniforms. Looks fantastic. Loving this round.
McWhorter, bully ball again. Cleans up his own miss, puts it back in for 2. It's becoming McWhorter versus Kuth this game. A little reaching foul there on Michael Harper against Jerry Evans Jr.
That ball on Jordan Lingard. That's his very first foul.
Harper's second foul. Well, Sam Short went to pull up into the 3, but lost the ball a little bit. Quiney drives on Benny Lewis. Kicks it out. Lingard, catch and shoot 3. That's well long. See Travis pushing the pace. Lingard gets up for the block. Sends Ballarat the other way. Jerry Evans steps into the 3. That's short. Lingard again fighting for that rebound. Can't take it away from Dean Neville on this occasion. Here's Lewis. Travis steps into the 3 right over Sam Short. Confident take from Dylan Travis. Up to 12 in this game. Jerry Evans, shoot! Oh, he missed the dunk. That would have been huge. Jerry Evans Jr. Kuth gets the hands in and deflects the pass to McWhorter. Quiney cleans up.
How disappointing. I wanted a highlight reel on my voice on the NBL1 website.
That would have been the one. That would have been a monster jam. Short answers. Travis's 3 from a minute ago. And boy, oh boy, do Ballarat need Sam Short tonight. Travis. He's got Quiney with him. Never wanted no part of Kuth. Then Benny Lewis stripped by Short. Evans Jr. pushes it the other way. 3 on 3 and Quiney takes the 3, knocks down the 3. 47-49. Ballarat right back in it.
Just a good hard smart run by Quiney to get to the opposite side of the floor in a fast break. And that's the most dangerous shot, really. If you're not getting to the rim, the most dangerous shooter is the opposite side of the floor in a fast break.
Foul on Quiney there, reaching in. Left his hand in the cookie jar.
I think that was on Lingard, wasn't it?
No, called on Quiney. That's his third. First sign of foul trouble for either team. Benny Lewis, Jerry Evans Jr. on him. Back to that Lingard-McWhorter battle. McWhorter just too big and strong. Takes it through and over Lingard.
Man, he's just a monster. But like, you look at the size of him and you think, you don't have athleticism. But he does.
He does have athleticism, doesn't he? Yeah, he's not the classic cut from marble type of physique, but
the thing I like about him is that there's a lot of imports that come in and play in our game. They play with a lot of ego. He doesn't play with that. Like, he made a muscle move then after he'd made the three-point play. Like,
and frankly, if there's a man who could play with a little bit of ego, it's McWhorter. He's one of the best players in the league. It's Evans Jr. Hits the floater, gets the foul. Maybe that will get Jerry Evans Jr. going. 6 points on the evening for Evans Jr. 11th in the league in scoring at a tick over 20 a game. With the outs that we've mentioned for Ballarat, he's a man they absolutely need to have a big night. Drops in the free throw, but Waverley have held him so far. Let's see whether that gets him going.
A three-quarter trap here. Just to look for an opportunity, but it otherwise waste a bit of clock, which is nice. And it's done exactly what they wanted to do. 12
on that shot clock now. Travis Jerry Evans Jr. facing him.
Only now that Waverley is starting to play a bit of offense.
Oh, wow! Wow! How on earth did Benny Lewis get that in?
I need to say something so my voice gets on the NBL1 website, because that was fantastic. That was just a Hail Mary prayer, mate. That was just a throw that up and hope Benny gets this, and wow. Just unbelievable. There was no right for him to even catch that, let alone finish that, let alone make it and get to the line.
Tips it in under practically a body check from Sam Short. That is a remarkable play from Benny Lewis. Evans Jr. drives, well done. Beats Dean Neville. Keeps him grounded with a couple of up fakes.
Yeah, I don't think Neville's going to have any hope defending Evans when he's in this type of mood. He's definitely come out half-time aggressive.
Even on defense, little bump on McWhorter then as he cut baseline. Michael Harper drives in. Any one of about 16 or 17 minors fouled him there, it felt like. Foul eventually called on Jordan Lingard. His first of the evening.
Michael Harper at the line for Waverley.
Michael Harper. The lefty steps to the line to shoot two. And makes both. 4-point lead to Waverley. 56-42, about halfway through the third quarter.
Well, Waverley have gone back into the zone. I mean, they've been in for about a minute now. It's
Evans Jr. shoots the three. That's long.
It's forced Ballarat just to come back to the perimeter again.
Quarter, Dylan Travis. He's got the matchup with Lingard. He likes that matchup. He shoots the three, but can't make it. Sam Short the other way. Short, there's that mid-range pull-up that he likes. Lingard hustles.
And it's an interesting play out of a zone there to do a double high pick on the top, on the two guys at the top of the zone there. Shorty gets an open three, really an open mid-range J on the elbow. He really had an extra dribble or a little floater, if not draw McCourty out. He had Dengakuth on the roll, so he had a lot of options there. I like that play.
Benny Lewis. And with Harper. Finds McWhorter down low. Double team his short, just hedging a little. That's good defense from short on Harper. But McWhorter again. It's the ability to contort himself in the air. Finishes with the left. It's 20 points now. DeAndre McWhorter. Fisher short with the 3, and Benny Lewis will push the pace. Harper back to Lewis, but Jerry Evans did really well to hustle back and get that steal and draw the foul out of Lewis. That's a third on Benny Lewis.
Well, that's an interesting call.
Yeah, I didn't think there was much in it.
No, I'm not sold that it was a foul. It was just two guys going at it.
Yeah, initially, I actually thought they might have called the travel on Evans as he tried to corral the ball, tried to control it. But
yeah, well, there's not much Benny Lewis could do there. Like he was expecting the ball to come, and Evans has just come through and grabbed it. I mean, what does the ref want him to do?
Blake Ellison back in the game. Drives in, but Michael Harper awake to that cross-court pass.
And Blake Ellison should have shot that himself.
Yeah, he had the 3. He had the opportunity to take it.
Oh, even when he took a nice drive inside there, he had a little floater 2-foot jump stop shot.
There we see it again. Shoots a little off balance too in the end. Ball comes back to him, and Dengakuth dumps it to Evans Jr. Oh, Blake Ellison, strong rebound. Well done, young man.
4-point ball game.
Travis kicks out to Lewis. Good close by Fisher. Lewis unable to hit. Fisher looks to drive on Lewis himself. A little runner there. Blake Ellison again fighting for that board. Dean Neville. The ball eventually comes out to Dylan Travis. Nothing on for him now, McWhorter. Ellison closes on Travis well there. The proof of the rebounds. 9th board for the big man.
Yeah, good idea. Good patience by Shorty here to pull it out and just get through a set.
Jerry Evans. Oh, slips. We saw that.
He's not the only one that slipped over recently.
Sam Short with the 3. It's a big 3. Brings it back to a 1-point game inside 3 minutes to go in the 3rd period. Even last week, Trav, when you weren't here, we saw a few people slip on those Selkirk and Hotondo home signs.
Hey, Sam Short's been pretty good this quarter. He's got 7 now. 7 in the quarter. He's got 10 for the game.
That's a great pass from Lewis in the quarter. Powers it down.
Finishes with authority.
Great look from Benny Lewis.
Special player.
Ellison, corner 3. Dylan Travis says no. Blocks that out of bounds.
Double substitution for Waverley. Back that a triple substitution.
Georgetown, a smaller Georgetown, not the big one. There's a Kuth. Evans open for 3. That's short. Travis decides to slow it down. Get through a play here to run some horn action. Arkell. Long 3. He drops it. Stepped into some rhythm 3s tonight, Chris Arkell. 2 for 3 on the evening. Blake Ellison finds a Kuth. He'll drive on Arkell. McWhorter closes that really well. Forces the miss out of Dengakuth. Oh, Dylan Travis a little shove there. Arkell steps into another one. Back-to-back 3s.
He's been looking at that all game, and surely there was an understanding at the scout that that's what he wants as a trailing 3. He's taken 4 of them. He's made 3.
3 for 4, yeah.
He's clearly looking for that trailer 3.
Little runner by Ellison, nice shot.
Yeah, see, when he take his first 3 shots, he didn't shoot with confidence. That was a confident shot. He just looked good. No? I'd like to see him with more confidence. He can play. He's a good kid.
Under a minute to go here in the first corner.
Or gets the hand in on McWhorter or gives away the foul. Perhaps a little unlucky there, Blake Allison.
But happy to have that switch and just go to work on McWhorty, though. That's what you got to appreciate. It's a kid fighting for minutes, and he was quite happy to do that.
He tried to play his defence early. He knew if he just tried to play him one-on-one that...
Well, they're not going to throw it to him. They're not going to throw the ball to McWhorty high. It's always going to come to his hands. It's going to come through the face and the chest. So get your hands in that range.
McWhorter drops the first, stretches it out to an 8-point lead. Good little run here by Waverley, just stretching it out here after Sam Short had brought it back to a 1-point game. Tenny Kuth, double figures in rebounds now, that's number 10.
Lions getting back, they're working around.
45 seconds to go in the third quarter. Lingard out to Short.
He's feeling it.
Bang, Sam Short.
That's his third for the quarter too.
62-67. The Miners still trail, but they're staying in touch here with Waverley.
10 points, Sam Short.
There's Fredrickson. McWhorter manages to turn a coup. Tristan Fisher gets the hands in. Blake Allison as well.
Very nicely done.
Great defense from Ballarat.
And I think that's the key there, and I think Ballarat just exposed him a little bit. That when he gets it, he's going to shoot it. So you got to dig at him and get into him.
Here's Allison to close the quarter. Oh, Dangakuth couldn't quite bring that in.
McWhorty's not going to pass the ball. If he gets the ball in the inside like that, he's going to shoot it. So you need to just drop down on him and really play it.
0.2 of a second left here. Bet my bottom dollar there's some sort of lob to Dangakuth.
That's the only way you can get it. You don't have enough time.
Well, Fisher, oh! Luckily I didn't bet my bottom dollar. And we're through three quarters, Trav. 67 Waverley Falcons, 62 Ballarat Miners.
I'm pretty confident the rule is 0.3. You can catch and shoot. 0.2 you can't.
Yeah,
so
I thought it was 0.4. So
I'm confident it's 0.3. I might be wrong. Someone can get on YouTube on the stream there and correct me if you'd like. I am watching it too, so I can have a look. But I'm pretty sure 0.3. It's got to be it's a catch and shoot only. Anything below must be a tip.
So we've got a 5-point lead here. Quarter 25 and 8. 10 points in that quarter. He has been dominant. The big plays of that quarter, for mine from Waverley at least, the back-to-back threes, deep threes from Chris Arkell, Trav. Ballarat had made their run and all of a sudden Arkell went bang bang and pushed it back out again, gave them some breathing space.
Yeah, well, I mean, Waverley have turned up to play today. They've been fantastic. There's another 23-point quarter that they've had there, so they've had at least 20 or more in every quarter. They've been absolutely fantastic tonight, and they've turned up. And the key to them here is that they're playing some fantastic defence. And whilst Ballarat are missing the likes of Josh Fox, and you can't say that they're missing Coleman as such because they've had him out a lot of the year. So they're used to not playing with Coleman as good as he is. You'd rather have him play than not. Fox is not a noted offensive power. He will put up his 20 if you give him an opportunity to, but he's not an offensive power. So what Ballarat are showing tonight, I think, is on the back of just some fantastic defence by Waverley and the adjustments that they're doing. I mean, they come from it, they're playing a 2-3 zone, they go into a man, they push out to a little half-court trap. They're just showing lots of different things. It's making Ballarat have to adjust and have to think constantly, waste a few seconds of shot clock, and it's just some fantastic coaching and play by Waverley today.
Yeah, I think Ballarat are missing Fox more on the defensive end. He's certainly the natural matchup from the quarter for mine.
Oh yeah, body-wise and just being able to blast him and also having the length and the hop to match with the athleticism that McWhorter's got as well.
Both very similar leapers, able to not necessarily skyscraping leaps, but they both seem to hang in the air a while. They match up each other quite well. If Waverley do make the 8. There's a chance they'll match up with Ballarat at some point, so it'd be a good matchup to see with Josh Fox back in the Miners lineup.
There's a lot of teams vying for that sort of 6th, 7th and 8th that all think that they deserve it and really do. deserve to play in those last 3 spots. And there's some really good teams that are going to miss out.
Sam short to Quiney. Quiney dumps it down. Oh, that's a soft charge. That is a really soft charge. Call on Quiney, and that is foul number 4. That's a big call in the context of this game.
Look, he hit him through the chest, and just because he doesn't flop onto the ground and do all that doesn't mean that's not a charge. I don't have the benefit of a replay and to double check it, but those on YouTube can rewind back, I think, and have a look and tell me if they are.
Yeah, foul on Lingard there, and I'd like to see a little more contact there. It's professional basketball, there's allowed to be a bit of contact. As expected, Quiney goes to the bench. Jerry Evans Jr. back in. Almost throw it away from Travis. Oh, well, that's a huge shot from Tim Leasting. Right over the outstretched hand of 6'10", Jerry Evans. Evans looks to get one back. Oh, can't hit the little runner. The ball eventually falls to Arkell. And Chan now slows it down. Gets it back to his general. Oh, Ballarat. Oh, Leasting wide open under the key. Strong drive, but Dylan Travis can't finish. And eventually Ballarat tidy up. 8-point game, 8.5 to go in this one. Jerry Evans Jr. spent it before he had it.
So Ballarat went an entire third quarter without a turnover. They had 9 at the half. They finished the third quarter with 9. That's what got them back in within the game. They've had 2 already in the first minute and a half.
Absolutely sheepy there. Tristan Fisher back into the game. Dengakooth read that backdoor play. Now Lingard. Allison steps into the 3. That's much better from Blake Allison.
I mean,
confidence now.
I called it during the game. He had his first 3 or 4 where he just wasn't shooting with confidence. That offensive board that he's had with an easy finish just gave him some confidence. He deserves his spot right now, and he's playing like it.
Yeah, just took the lid off a little. Oh, Sam Short almost got that steal. Back down to 3 on the shot clock. Oh, tough man to shoot over Dengakooth. That's a shot clock violation.
Yeah, you can't shoot 3s when you got a Kooth sitting on you. That's a mountain. You got to make that stuff rain if you're going to get a 3 over him. Yeah. I understand late clock, but he needs to get that out of his hands.
Yeah, Dylan Travis 6'3", Dengakooth 7 foot. Fadeaway 3s aren't the offense there. Allison steps into another 3. That one's long. Kooth finds Fisher. Here's the shooter. Bang, Tristan Fisher. And we're back to a 2-point. Oh, foot on the line there, sorry. It's only a 2-point basket. 3-point game. 70-67, Waverley lead. Brendan Joyce playing defense on the sidelines at the moment. Benny Lewis, young Blake Allison on him. It's great D from Allison. Forces a wild shot, but Benny Lewis stays awake, and McWhorter, another powerful jam. Allison did everything right, but just wasn't aware of what was behind him. And Kooth, that jumper has been money tonight, Travis.
Yeah, he's looked really good. It's a high IQ, high percentage shot. He's open, he's in rhythm. The defenders are having to close out. It's a good shot. Keep shooting that.
17 for Dengakooth. Short closes Travis, but that's a big 3.
That's huge.
Under pressure from Dylan Travis. And short, Allison. Fisher looks to answer, and does so. We have a shootout on our hands.
Back to 4 points. Keep those voices up, guys. Nice foul.
Here's McWhorter.
And Travis looking to create something.
Blows by Fisher. McWhorter. Dang it, Kuth with the block. Kell with the rebound. Kuth blocks that one as well.
And I'd like to see Ballarat really push it out of it. Really push it off a miss. It's just too slow, that offense.
Dang it, Kuth throws it down. Credit to Blake Allison for keeping that one alive. The young man only signed mid-season. He has played big minutes this evening. And it's a Waverley timeout called by Coach Mark Cheevers. And it's a 2-point game, Trav. Ballarat have roared back into this.
Yeah, on the back of some stops and obviously some big buckets, and that's the key. I mean, they've hit some huge shots this quarter, and Blake Allison's caught a 2, a 3, and then a nice little 2 there as well. And he's been fantastic, but his effort on defense has been fantastic too. What I really like to see is if Waverley miss, to push the ball up the floor, because there's no way that Waverley can keep up with the pace that this Ballarat team can put on if they're pushing the ball up the floor, particularly off a miss.
And if nothing else, try and gas McWhorter.
Oh, and we're at the end of the fourth quarter. He's played big minutes.
Yeah, he's the man who's going to get it done for them, so let's see if he can tire him out. Yeah, Blake Allison, fantastic game from him. We spoke at the outset, Trav, about Ballarat players needing to step up. Quiney, Sam Short. One player that we only briefly touched on was Denga Kuth, but he has been huge. 19 points, 12 rebounds. He's got an assist, he's got a steal. Thanks to those 2 blocks in the last play, he's up to 3 rejections. He has been the one who has really stepped up in the absences of half of his team, really. 5:25 to go here in the game.
Waverley have gone real stagnant recently. They're just not, the ball's not moving, they're not playing, they're not coming off screens. McWhorter can't sit on the free throw line with the ball in his hands, sitting there looking for a pass for 5 seconds.
And there's Lingard, just played him straight up, chest to chest, as he suggested.
Yeah, if he doesn't come off the end of the game and he has bruises on his chest, he's not played hard enough.
Sam Short looks to drive on the bigger Neville. Good defense though, stays with him. Oh, Lingard blocked by McWhorter. Flat foot block. Lewis, what can he create? Decides to pull it back out. Oh, Travis, catch and shoot 3, that's big. 4th 3 on the night for Dylan Travis. He's up to 18 points. Sam Short looks to answer. That's short, but Blake Allison just out-hustles Dean Neville to the ball and lays it in.
Well, if you didn't have much of a scout NBL1 on Blake Allison, you've got one now. Hustle, offensive boards, can finish around the rim, just works his tail off. As he is playing on Benny Lewis at the moment.
9 points, 4 rebounds for Blake Allison.
That's a good find by Travis.
Yeah, that's a great pass. And Harper
That's
rewards
huge.
the dish with the 3.
I don't know how we saw that. There was all that sort of contest in the middle of the floor, and Travis has thrown that from cross court to the deep corner for an open 3.
And we had
unbelievable
We had
pass.
the perfect angle on that too, and we struggled to see him even from up here. That was a great pass. 6-point lead, 3:54 to go in the match between the Falcons and the Miners.
It's a handy timeout, Darren. I mean, a few of the Waverley boys look pretty gassed. And they've had to rely on a couple of brilliant plays by Travis. Obviously, that 3 by Harper was just off a brilliant play by Travis. So they look pretty gassed.
Yeah, we've seen McWhorter not be able to push through Jordan Lingard as easily as he did early in the game. And credit to Lingard for that as well. It's not just McWhorter running out of steam. It's still perfect positioning from Jordan Lingard to make the big American work. 75 to 81 here. Waverley with the lead and a chance to really put themselves back in that final 8 race. Give themselves an advantage over some of the other teams around them. So we mentioned at the start of the NBL1 women's match, Waverley have played less games than a lot of their competition. And that goes for the men as well. So a win here, with games in hand, gives them a huge leg up on that 7th or 8th spot.
Yeah, well, you've got it right. I mean, they're at least 2 games behind most of the teams. They're only 1 win out of the 8. So a win here tonight, an unexpected win here tonight.
Quiney, caught in 2 minds. Double dribbles the basketball.
4th turnover this quarter for the Ballarat Miners too.
And a couple of basic ones. Jerry Evans dropping the ball. Quiney, double dribbling. Sam Short picks it off. He's got a Kuth running. Easy jam for a Kuth and Sam Short. Inspirational play. Great defense again.
Well, what I love is Short had every reason to finish that layup himself, but he rewards the big man.
And the Kuth up to 21 points. I think that's his season high, Trav. Here's McWhorter. The Kuth manages to get back in. Fisher digs in low. Forces an air ball out of Dylan Travis as the shot clock expires.
Good, scrappy, loud defense there by Ballarat. Nothing special there, just hands in the face, hands up on shots, body up contest. That's just good D.
I love Fisher digging in from behind there on McWhorter as well. Kuth, that one, finally misses a shot.
And then McWhorter didn't even move from under the rim that possession. He looks pretty gassed.
Even with that miss, Trav, 77% Denga Kuth is shooting tonight. Jerry Evans, oh, that's a wonderful pass. Evans stepped up and left the centre of the key open. Dylan Travis, great dish to Neville for 2.
There's a play that everyone should stop, slow it down and scout. That off-ball movement by Neville on penetration low, getting yourself to the dunker spot, dangerous spot. Beautiful pass and vision by Travis, and easy finish for Neville.
8th assist. Dylan Travis, 18 points, 8 assists, 7 boards. 2 steals and a block. 3 threes, he has filled it up. So 2:23 to go in this match. And Waverley, as they have for most of the game, lead at the moment by 6, 83-77. Quiney, the only notable foul trouble for either side with 4. Benny Lewis and Dean Neville both with 3 fouls for the Waverley Falcons. McWhorter, he's been stuck on 27 for a while. He's the only points he scored in this quarter came from a smart play from Benny Lewis, knocking the ball away from Blake Allison. Aside from that, hasn't really had the offensive impact that he had, especially in that 3rd quarter. We're back underway here at the Ballarat Minor Dome. Sam Short takes the 3. Oh, rims out. Travis again. Chases down the rebound. He's 8th. Harper, Quiney guarding him. Sure, Ballarat would like Quiney guarding someone else, but with the 4 fouls, he just can't. There is Quiney getting the deflection, but McWhorter finishes the 2. Good look from Harper off the deflection. 1:50. And the Falcons have got a healthy 8-point lead. Fisher finds Evans Jr. Sidesteps. Oh, that's a ugly looking 3. Evans
trying to live and die by the 3 and win this game by getting them from the 3 ball, and they've just gone completely away from any type of offense, completely away any type of attack on the rim.
Ballarat all or nothing now. Quiney back on Benny Lewis. Oh, Short. Foul was there, definitely. It's a third on short with 1:24 left. It's not a major issue. Here's Dylan Travis. He has been fantastic tonight. Answers on Sam Short. Fadeaway. Lovely shot.
And Dylan
Travis.
There's not a whole lot that Shorty could do there. I mean, he's forced him to take a fadeaway J from the mid-range post game.
Quiney can't hit the free throw line jumper, but Jerry Evans feeds Quiney for the three. That rattles out as well. 1 minute to go, 10-point lead to Waverley. I don't think there's much the Miners can do from here, Trav.
Game's over.
Fisher still pushing right out on Travis.
Unnecessary though. Dylan Travis is not going to do much. Almost at the half-court line. Give yourself a couple of meters and some space and let him meet you.
So see a timeout here to Waverley. I'm not quite sure what they're looking to draw up here. 10-point lead, 40 seconds left. They've got this one under pretty solid control. So McWhorter, 29 points, 9 boards, a couple of assists and a block. As we mentioned though, Trav, he's slowed down considerably in this last period.
Yeah, he hasn't done it much. He looks gassed. He's looked gassed for a few minutes. It's been called a few times, and
the man who stepped up in his stead, Dylan Travis. Wonderful game from him. 20 points, 9 boards, 8 assists, 2 steals and a block. Only shooting 39% from the field, which surprises me. The eye test would have told me he's shooting a lot more, but in this second half in particular, it seems every time he's thrown it up, it's gone in.
yeah, he's had the magic touch. He's been fantastic. I mean, he was when Waverley went through that little patch for about 3 minutes where they just didn't get anything. They weren't getting any offense. The ball wasn't moving. He hit that big three. He made that drive baseline and hit Neville with a wonderful pass, and that cross-court pass that he hit Harper in the deep corner. He was the reason why they were able to stay in the game.
Here he is again, driving on Jerry Evans Jr. Draws the foul out of him. And he'll step to the line for 2. Steve Neville takes a seat. Young Dylan Larkin stepping in. 6'7" forward. Travis fails to connect on the first. That'll be Dylan Travis's evening done. Cody Fredrickson checking back in for his first minutes this half.
Now, there'll be a lot of annoyed teams down in the middle of the pack in the ladder with Ballarat tonight to allow Waverley a win here. I mean, Waverley came here. You can only play against what you're given, and what's put on the court. But Waverley, you've got to give some credit. Held Ballarat to at least under 80. They've scored 90 themselves.
Lewis lays the ball in. It's a bit of icing on this cake.
And they've been fantastic, Waverley. They've changed a lot up on defense, so you can see that they've had to play the zone a lot in this last quarter, and it's not hurt them at all. It's really kept them in the game. With the likes of McCourty, gassed as he was. Well, Waverley deserve every bit of credit.
They do, they do. Short-handed or not, you can only play what's in front of you, and Waverley have won this one pretty comfortably as Benny Lewis dribbles out the clock. So 90-77, Waverley. We've already gone through some of the stats for, well, 2 of the better players for Waverley. It'd be remiss to not mention Chris Arkell with 3 big threes, timely threes.
Yeah, off the back of those transition plays, being a trailer and banging that long range J from the long range 3 from the top.
The old Tony Ronaldson play. But the man who was most certainly the standout for Ballarat, Dengakuth, 21 points, 12 boards, 3 blocks for the big man in the middle. Played a bit of a lone hand today. Blake Allison stepped in off the bench and did really well. 5 rebounds, 3 of them offensive. 11 points for him. Without a doubt, he's high. I think his high before this was maybe 1 point since he's joined the Miners and been getting garbage time. So he's a man who's hopefully earned himself a little more of a rotation spot. You see the Miners applaud their home fans. Ballarat, we talked about Ballarat's free throws in the NBL1 women's game. Ballarat shooting only around 40% from the free throw line. 45% for the men as well.
Yeah, I mean, and the key was there that they only got there 11 times.
Yeah.
You know, which is the story is that they just didn't do enough inside, and that is what the zone has affected by Waverley. Waverley's defense today was just absolutely fantastic, and have really stopped the whole keyway aspect of offense for the Ballarat Miners. Ballarat ended up shooting 31 threes. They went 8 for 31. They only shot 26%. 31 of their shots, almost half of their shots were from 3 tonight.
Yeah, that'll be something that the Coach Cheevers will be very, very happy with, taking Ballarat out of their rhythm and scoring 90 points on the best defence in the league. Be thrilled with that.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Well, that will do it from the Ballarat Minor Dome as the Waverley Falcons take the second half of this doubleheader, 90-77. Clean sweep of the games tonight from the Falcons. So for Travis Hewish, I'm Jared Prosser. We'll see you next week.